Continuing in this geometry lesson, we want to find the area of this figure. This figure here is a hexagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we want to find the area of a hexagon, and we'll need to refer to our sheet. Here's our formula here. Make sure when you're taking a quiz or a test, and it covers the geometry sections, that you have this sheet handy. So area is 3 times the side squared. A is the length of the side. They should be the same because this is a perfect hexagon. Times square root of 3 over 2. So let's write that down. 3, length of the side squared, times the square root of 3 over 2. And I'll show you how to put this in the calculator. I'm going to start off by simplifying the square root of 3. This is all multiplying, so I can do in any order I want to. So let's take care of that first. 3 square root, that's that decimal there, times 18, you can hit your square button, times 3, divided by 2. And we get this number here. It says round to the nearest tenth if necessary. And so that's 841.8 inches squared. And here we have another hexagon, and we're going to find the area, but to find the area, I need to know the length of the side. And I don't have the length of the side, I have the length from corner to corner. Okay, there's 2 ways you can measure across a hexagon. This one right here is corner to corner. Now here, this is a different measure here. This is flat to flat. Okay, we need to know the difference because we're going to have to be able to pick out the correct formula on our sheet. So I have 2 things here. First, I need to find A. And then, put a piece of paper under here, make it a little easier to write. So first I need to find A. And the pencil's not working for me. There you go. First we need to find A, and then second we'll find area. So this is going to take 2 steps. Okay, and I'll just capitalize area because we used a big A in the formula. There we go. Okay, now, how am I going to find A? Well, I've got corner to corner, and there's a formula. The distance from corner to corner is twice the length of the side. So the distance from corner to corner is twice as long as the side. I know the distance from corner to corner is 10, so I have a little simple equation here. Divide both sides by 2. The length of my side is 5. And now we'll put that in our area formula. And so we have 3 times 5 squared times the square root of 3 over 2. And so I'll do the 3 square root first, times 5 squared, which I know is 25, times 3 divided by 2. And it says round to the nearest whole number, so that would be 65 square feet. You can write square feet or put a little exponent on the foot. Okay, now this one, find the missing dimension. They're not asking for area. We're trying to find this right here. We're trying to find how long it is from flat to flat. Well, it looks like here that we're given the distance from corner to corner. So let's just go ahead and write that down. We know that D is 26. Okay, let's see if we have a formula on our sheet that might help us find the distance for flat to flat. Here's our formula here. It's got that little approximate sign because that's been rounded. And so the flat is about 1.732 times as long as a side, okay? Well, if D is 26, we know that's twice as long as the side. The side must be, if that's 26, each side must be 13. Because remember, we divided by 2, we just took half there. Okay, let's multiply that out. And do we have some rounding rules? Yeah, 10th, 22.5. Now, this is a missing length here, okay? They didn't give us a dimension here, so we're not going to be able to put the dimensions. Okay. Now, everything we've been doing so far is a polygon, a straight-sided figure. This one here, a circle. Circumference is the perimeter or distance around a circle. And of course, I can't measure that using a straight edge, so I have to have a formula. The circumference is this right here. It's pi times diameter. Pi is 3.14. Or you can also find a pi button on your calculator. And in this calculator, it's right here in green. So if I hit my green button and hit that, it'll give me pi out to several decimal places. On your homework, you may just want to use your pi key, unless they specifically say use 3.14, because it's just easy. You just put that in there. I hit green, hit that, and that gives me pi. Now, circumference is a distance around. Let's see, R and D, your diameter is all the way across. R is your radius, so if I had a circle and I went halfway across, that's my radius. So you might want to sketch that so you'll know that. Okay, so that's my radius R. This is my diameter. They use D. Okay. Now, so circumference, let's see. It says just go ahead and use 3.14. So if that says it in the homework, just use 3.14. If it doesn't indicate, I'd use my calculator. And circumference is simply pi times diameter. And it says to use 3.14. And we'll round to the nearest hundredth. Now the units here, we're talking about a distance. So that is in miles, not miles square. We haven't found an area. Okay, now this next one has to do with area. And we've got a pizza restaurant with 2 specials. The first one is a 16-inch pizza for $15. There's my lovely pizza there. And that is 16 inches. And that's $15. The second one, I can get 2 8-inch pizzas. And again, pardon my drawing, but here we go. And that's $14. Well, it says determine the better buy. Well, we really need to compare the areas of the 2 here to kind of figure out what the price per square inch is. Okay, let's get the area here. And that's going to be pi r squared from your formula sheet. So that's pi times 8 squared. 8 squared, 64. So I'm going to use my pi key times 64. And I get 201. I'll just round that to 201 square inches. So that's how much pizza we get there. A lot of my students like to say, hey, I know this is a better deal. That's 2 pizzas. Well, let's get the area. We'll get the area for one, and then, of course, the other one will be the same. That'll be pi. Remember, it's radius squared, so take half of that. 4 squared is halfway across. 4 squared is 16, so pi times 16. And we get 50.2. Well, I'll just write 50. Okay, and then plus another 50, that's 100 inches squared. Well, you're going to get twice as much pizza for $1 more. This is the better buy. In fact, you can figure out the price per square inch. Take your dollars, divide by your square inches. So that's about 7 cents a square foot. Square inch. That'd be a big pizza. And I'm just rounding. Okay, about 7, that went round here. Let's look at this one here. Okay, $14. And the total area for the 2 is 100. Okay, you're paying 14 cents per square inch. So you're really paying more. Anyway, that's kind of a fun problem there.